Okay. Hi. Uh, Good evening, everybody, and thank you for being here on this part of the day. If you're watching this recorded elsewhere, and thank you for being here this evening on the 4th of September. We are here today as under the umbrella of 500K Step Challenge to talk to teachers because tomorrow is Teachers' Day. 5th of September is the birthday of Sarvapalli Radhakrishna, who was the second president of the Republic of India. And then when he passed away, he was a very strong believer that teachers are the founding structure of the nation. And he believed that the teachers must be strong because they mold the children. And if the teachers are not celebrated, a very strong teacher is a teacher himself. And then after he passed away, it was felt that we should celebrate Teachers' Day on 5th of September, which is his birthday. And that is why this. So since it's a Monday, we thought we'll do it on the Sunday preceding the Teachers' Day, and that is why we are here. We have with us two teachers and we wanted teachers from not college but from school, because school is where the foundation and the forming years happen, and they're both runners, of course. And we thought that we'll talk about teaching and how it benefits society, and also as learners, how do they pass on the message of health to young children? Because if you teach something to young children at an young age, then they will make it into a habit for life. So that is what we are here for. And I have with me in this session Lakshmi Jha, who teaches primary in DAV school in Navi Mumbai, and Shalini Arora, who teaches chemistry and maths in PJ Garodia school in Ghatkopar. Okay, so we have two of them. Both of them I know as runners. I really did not know that they were teachers. And as runners, the respect is always high for people who come out and run. And I have said this in many platforms before, that my hero is not the Kenyan who comes in the podium, because I relate nothing with him, because he's in a different planet. He's training all the time, and he sleeps 16 hours a day, he runs 6 hours a day, and he eats and drinks and whatever 2 hours a day. So he's totally different. But people like us who have other things to do, and they are so busy in life, and even then take out the time and run, are more inspiring because I relate to them. So thank you very much, Lakshmi, and thank you very much, Shalini, for being on the show. Thank you. So I'll take it up with Lakshmi first. And Lakshmi, give me a little bit background about yourself first as a school teacher. I mean, why did you start go into teaching as a profession?
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Yes, I'm Lakshmi Jha. I'm a primary teacher in DAV International School, Kharghar. Yes, I came into running almost 3 years back. Just like, I have started with normal walk. Then I thought, let's do something else, little walk jog. Then I started to participate in, some local event, and I want to. So it's just to, boost my confidence level too. And slowly, see, when you're taking something in your life very seriously, it's become your lifestyle, and it's become your discipline. So somewhere now running in my lifestyle, and now it's a discipline for me. So it's an everyday routine for me. जैसे आपके लिए खाना पीना सोना हटना बाकी के काम जरूरी है, ऐसे कहीं ना कहीं आपके लिए आपका जो ये फिटनेस है, जो आपकी फिटनेस जर्नी है, आप मेरे लिए ये रनिंग भी उतना ही इम्पोर्टेंट है. So just like saying, because I'm being a teacher and I'm not getting time in the morning, so I'm trying to train myself in the night after 8 o'clock, 8:30, because yes, being a mother, being a housewife, we have a lot of things to do other than my job. So I'm getting time in the night only. So I think I'm the only one who's running in the night, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. So my people, from my local area, they know me very well. They call me Raat Ki Rani, jo raat ko hi daudti hai. Yeah, it's all about me. Yeah.
Oh, good, very good. But before we go on to Shalini, Lakshmi, why did you take teaching as a profession? Why did you become a teacher and not a call center operator or a software programmer or something else like that?
Yeah, in my initial or in my skill set age, I was in different mode. I was in corporate. See, but after the kids, your life and your priorities totally change. So when you go to the corporate, you need to spend more time, that outing. So you can't spend time with your child. So which is the priority? Ki initial stage, I have to spend good time with my child. So at least they will, nurture and they will get the pamper by his or her mother. तो इसीलिए मुझे लगा कि इनिशियल टाइम मैंने उनके साथ स्पेंड किया व्हेन दे स्टार्ट द स्कूल. यस, आई जस्ट डेवलप माई सेल्फ, आई डिड माई बीएड, आई डिड माई एमबीए. उसके बाद जाके मैंने ये स्कूल ज्वाइन किया. नाउ आई कैन कोरिलेट द थिंग कि बीइंग ए स्टूडेंट बट प्रॉब्लम चाइल्ड बाय चाइल्ड जो है वो फेस कर रहे हैं. एंड यस, एज ए मदर आई कैन कोरिलेट वेरी क्विकली एंड इजीली. So that's why I just joined back. It was my restart the career. So I can say, and yes, I'm very happy and satisfied. Yes, I'm nurturing the life. When that because I'm teaching in primary section, they are small kid, pure soul. So it's really nice to handle them, talk to them, teach them, understand their feeling, and guide them.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Shalini, good evening. Shalini, you teach. I mean, she teaches primary. You teach maths and computer, secondary.
Yes.
Yeah, and why did you take up teaching as a career? I mean, what drove you? Lakshmi told us that she wanted to take care of her children in the living room while also taking care of her children in the classroom. and what made you become a teacher? Because I'm a trustee in my own school, the school from where I passed out my SSC. My father was one of the founding members and my trustee. And I know it is, it takes a special mindset to come there. So what made you take up teaching, Shalini?
Okay, first of all, good evening to everyone. I am a teacher, not by profession. This is my passion. I connect very easily with the kids than others. So, it's very easy to work with kids. They actually look up to you. What are you doing? So they don't start judging you with what she is and what is she doing. They don't judge you. They are just very pure soul. This is what I feel. And like I said, this is my passion. I love to be with kids. And when you see, you'll not believe, when I see these kids coming back after becoming some good like doctors and engineers, and then they come back and they meet you, it's an altogether different feeling. Yes, I'm still there in the same school, but my kids have gone out like from 2005, 2006. I'm there in this school. And when I see these kids coming back and telling me that this is what they're doing and they have picked up computers, they have taken up maths because I helped them, it's just too good. A very good feeling it is. So I don't think I would have become anything else apart from being a teacher.
Wow. Very good. Excellent. So I mean, you said that it's a kind of passion for you, and I'll tell you about your alumni coming back and telling you in my own context. Okay, later on, and I give this example very time. So now you are a teacher. You became because of passion. Lakshmija wanted to take care of her children while this. Then how did you find running? I mean, what got you into running? Because teachers are very hectic schedules. Okay. I'll touch upon that also later on in the conversation. But to take out time and be a runner when there are hundreds of reasons why you can't run, because school timing and then children can't time. That's the thing. So how do you find time, Shalini? How do you find time? How did you find running and how do you find time for running?
Okay, let me start with, like you said, teaching is a very stressful job. Even now, I was just correcting my papers. We just finished with our exams, so I was just correcting the papers, and in that we have this Ganpati. This is Ganpati season going on, so yes, it is very hectic. But running has become actually a boon to me. So it becomes a stress buster for me. So even if I have like half an hour time, I just wear my shoes and I go run. And once you are in your own zone, see, I am a solo runner. I prefer to run alone, and that's your me time. So in that me time, you don't have to think about anybody, anyone. Just enjoy that time, and that 30 minutes just makes you feel very happy. No stress, nothing. And I tell you, this was the reason why I started running. So finding excuse is the easiest. But building on that is something that I think we all should learn. In my complex also now, there were ladies who used to say that we don't have time being housewives. So they say that there are too many things that being in house we need to take care of. There are in-laws and kids and husband, everything they need to manage. So time nahi hai, time hi nahi hai. But you'll not believe, you once they get this addiction, they make time for themselves. And that's what we need to know. It's not that there is time to watch TV, there is time to watch something else, but you need to understand where to devote that time. So I guess that makes a lot of difference. And that good time, that maybe half an hour or 1 hour spent on yourself, makes a big difference in your life. And that gives you more energy to do whatever you were doing with more happiness. So I find running the best therapy to me.
Fantastic, fantastic, very nice. Lakshmi, how did you find running, and where do you find the time? How do you make time for it?
Yeah, actually, I'm agree with Shalini. Yes, we have a lot of pressure in school, and we have to stand 4 to 5 hours continuously. We have lot of things, lot of physical exertion. See, even in the evening, if the kids want to talk, आपका गला साथ नहीं देता. You're not able to even talk क्योंकि continue you have to back to back period continue you need to speak. तो शाम तक आपका गला बिल्कुल साथ नहीं देता है. तो yes, we have 1,000 reasons to say नहीं यार I'm tired, I can't go outside. But yes, there is only one reason. Yes, it's a me time. That's running is a stress buster. So yes, my kids is my responsibility, my home is my responsibility, my workplace is my responsibility. So what makes me happy? Of course, my running. So when you're running, you feel happy, you feel joy, or you are energized for next day task. So whatever task you have for next day, आप उसके लिए charge हो जाते हो. And yes, personally, what I feel, whatever I'm doing, that is my responsibility. But other than bearing my responsibility, what I'm doing extra, yes, I'm a runner, and I'm getting appreciated by many people, even like you. Boss, I look appreciated, Lakshmi. Yes, you're doing well. You're doing something extra. How you managing time? So that appreciation you're giving me boost to do something good in running. So that is the motto. Yes, fitness is there, stress buster is there, appreciation is there, and something हट के कुछ करना, अपने passion के लिए कुछ अलग से करना. Yes, that is running.
Good. How do you find time? I mean, how do you?
Yes, sir. Because I'm coming by 6 o'clock in the evening. उसके बाद immediately take your tea, cook your dinner, and 8 o'clock just move out. I have 100 reasons to say नहीं, I'm tired, मेरा गला साथ नहीं दे रहा, मेरा पैर दुख रहा है, kids, mama, please घर पे रहो, मत जाओ. बहुत सारे reason हैं, but it सिर्फ just you have one reason because it's giving you happiness, and this is me time. तो मुझे मेरे लिए कब time मिलेगा? तो yes, this is running. तो 8 o'clock हो, 8:30 हो, 9 o'clock हो, yes, I'll move out for 40 minutes, 1 hour, 1.5 hours, according to my running schedule. Yes. मैं टीवी नहीं देखती. We are not going for party. We don't have any all the fun all the time. We have only running.
Okay. Yeah, we runners are very strange animals.
Weekend में हमारा क्या special होता है? Long run. अच्छा, weekdays में क्या होता है? Short run. This is only about runners.
A lot of us can relate to this on this audience.
Yes, yes, we can go with all these things, sir.
Yeah, definitely. So before I go into aspects of running, the pandemic was very cruel to many of us. Okay, but for the teachers, because I'm a trustee and we meet with the teachers, etc. I know that it was even more difficult because not only you have to conduct classes for your children in the virtual classroom, okay, and that they are not studying, and the minute you ask a question, they drop off, saying "Mera bandwidth ka problem hai," okay, and that they are not, nothing has gone into their heads, and you've just been talking to on a screen, etc. And while you're doing all this with your virtual classroom, your own children are in different classroom with their own teachers, correct? The house suddenly has got 3 classes going on simultaneously, and the children are not studying in the digital classroom that you have got in front of you, and your own 2 children are not studying in their own classes which they are attending through some other teachers.
Actually, it's happened with me because my
yes, I know it has happened to all teachers. So how did you and your children cope up with this, Lakshmi?
Yeah, definitely the scenario you told exactly. We have 2 bedroom, 1 bedroom. I'm taking class. because we almost have same timing, because my kids, they are also in my school only. So of course the timing is same. The elder one, he's in another room, 9th standard. The younger one, he's in 3rd standard. And I'm taking my primary class. I can see him that he's roaming during the class, but I can't tell because I'm sitting in front of my camera. I can't tell him anything. Only just 2 seconds के लिए camera आपके Chaitanya, go back to your class. So somewhere, yes, we have ignored my child too, even that pandemic. But yes, somewhere I think it's a loss of many kids, because see, they are not coming to school. They their social, emotional behavior, ये सब चीजें pandemic में बच्चों का बहुत effect हुआ है. And we using terminology at a pandemic batch है, so they don't know how to read, how to write, because online में बहुत सारी चीजें हैं. So now I can see them in the school. Those are कुछ नहीं किया, मतलब they are facing problem. So I think same with my kids also, same with school kids also. But I think slowly they will cover up. But yes, scenario was same.
Because after you have taught your children in the virtual classroom, in your own classroom, you have to now go and teach your children in there what they didn't do, because you know what they were doing when you were in one class. So Shalini, what is your experience?
More interested to know what I am teaching my children. उसको अपनी क्लास का नहीं पढ़ा था कि मम्मा कैसे पढ़ा रही है, मम्मा क्या कौन सा पीपीटी शेयर कर रही है, उसको वही था.
Yeah. Shalini, how did you deal with this situation?
So my daughter is actually, she finished with her graduations just this year. The thing is, what I found in this pandemic very difficult was, see, if we have to listen to somebody speaking in my ear from 8 o'clock to 2 o'clock, you really think anybody will listen? I really don't think so. So teaching a child, and yes, there were kids who were really doing very well, but on the flip side, there were kids who could not understand. And teaching maths online or teaching computer online, I myself used to feel very handicapped there, that I wish I could just call my kids to school, teach them there and send them home. But that 2 years gap, we can see it in the paper that they are writing, that the fear in them that no, I can't write on an offline exam. They always pray, nahi, ye exam bhi online hi hona chahiye. So that fear has to go, the confidence they had lost it. I think that's really very bad on their part. They really need to gain that confidence that yes, we can do it. Pandemic, I mean, see, how do you expect a family to have two, three laptops and a mobile phone, headphone, having different rooms? It was very difficult time, and I'm really happy that most of us, we could come out of it.
Now we are happy to come offline. Yes, we are happy.
Yes.
like we are very happy to run and meet today, in front of everyone.
No, so that this running part, how I dealt with that, because I am a very much outdoor person. So going out, like I said, running was my therapy, and that time we were not allowed to go out. So what I used to do is I stay in a 40-floor building. So if I can't run horizontal, let me run vertical. So I used to climb stairs like 5 times, 6 times, 10 times, and just to keep you sane. That was how we were trying. Then we were having these different challenges where you do some burpees and you post, and somehow, this runner community had this best thing to keep motivating each other. And that's what is needed. Just keep motivating. You never know whom you are motivating, who's actually getting inspired from you. So keep doing the best, and you don't know who's just watching you and they'll just get inspired. And yes, I have seen these things happening around me here a lot. So teachers, I think, more like they're looking at you not just as a teacher, they're just looking at you as a role model. You need to do something that they want to, I don't know. See, earlier our teachers, we used to just think of them as English teacher, maths teacher, that's it. So, and we never had this, we always had this feeling that, no, that's a teacher, we can't just go and speak to them. But now the kids, they actually come out and they talk to you. They ask you, okay, ma'am, how much did you run today? Or can I join you for the run? Can we come for a cycling with you? I find it very interesting that yes, kids are getting inspired, seeing that I am not just a teacher doing only the school job. So that's my bonus, maybe. I really feel good about that.
Thank you. You were talking about this remedial education, as it is now being called. because of the 2 years of the pandemic batch, if you want to give them a special name, the pandemic batch kind of thing. In running, we are seeing something very similar, and that is known as the lapsed runner. So today, the lapsed runner is a person who has put on weight during the pandemic because of whatever, he couldn't exercise, and he used that time to not have the discipline that he used to have when events were there. And like today, we are seeing, we had the, Mumbai Road Runners annual, monthly run, and we saw the people who are, like lean and trim have all put on weight, and they don't feel very confident of themselves anymore because they feel that नहीं अभी तो मेरे से नहीं होएगा 10 kilometers, मेरे से तो अभी half marathon नहीं होएगा. I myself ran my 18 kilometers first time after a long time, so kind of thing. So this is a lapsed runner. So the lapsed runner is not very confident that he can come back to running, okay, and he stays away and all that, and there are drop in event registration. So all that is industry strategies. Now in the same way, we are facing the issue of the lapsed student. Okay, the lab student. So what is happening in running is also happening in the classroom. The student has sat through computers, he has sat through Hindi, he has sat through mathematics. But उसको एक सवाल पूछेगा तो कुछ नहीं आता है. Okay, कुछ नहीं आता है. And he is really facing a difficult time. And as the syllabus increases, in the next year you go into the next concepts of mathematics, and this guy doesn't have the basic concepts earlier. He's not going to be able to do it. It's like trying to tell somebody that you need to run a half marathon when he has not even been able to run a 5K kind of thing. So how do you, Shalini, take care of this lapsed student? And I don't know, I'm asking generally because society should benefit, not specifically you and me or this audience. But this remedial education has become a very big challenge because now the teachers have to do double the work. जो सिखाया 2 साल कंप्यूटर में अभी वापस in the classroom you have to teach. The guy has not learned anything. Plus the current year syllabus, because you can't fail him because of this. Anyway, they have taken benevolent approach to pass everybody. So that's like a double challenge on teachers. So Shalini, first, how do you meet the needs of remedial education for your students?
Okay. So what we did is for maths. See, first we need to understand 9th standard grade. 9th standard students have come actually to school after 6th standard. When they were in 6, they were in school. Then 7 and 8, there was 2 years gap, and then 9. So just imagine 6 years child's mental level and 9th year. They actually, when you go to the class, you actually feel they're still in 6th standard. The way they behave as if it's all night class. Suddenly they'll start laughing.
Yeah.
So what we decided was we will take up previous standards, some basic concepts, whatever is needed. Like if I want to teach somebody multiplication, I need to teach them addition first. So that's what we did. We actually started building from the base what they've listed out. Making them understand that this is not there in your 9th standard book. This is from your previous books. So we used to do that. We have done that part, taught them from standard 7 and 8, and then started with concept of standard 9. But still there is a big gap that will take at least this year to understand that how it can be bridged back. Otherwise, I mean, really, I feel wrong on my part that kids have actually missed out quite a lot, and we are just rushing with our portion because our portion is vast, and you just can't keep going back. So whatever time, see, I wait back in school for an hour. So whoever has doubts, they wait back with me, they do their whatever doubts they have, they clear their doubts, and then that's how I can try my level to bridge the gap here. So getting the old knowledge and then checking that and then building on it is what is needed, I guess. And being more patient.
Okay. Lakshmi, how do you take care of this remedial education for what I would call as a lapsed student?
Yes, definitely, sir. It's very obvious. See, अगर मुझे स्वर, व्यंजन और मात्राएं नहीं आएंगी, तो I can't form the sentences. If I don't know the alphabet, I can't write the sentences. So definitely, school also providing some remedial classes, some extra period for it. And yes, we have some cut down the portion, क्योंकि अगर बच्चे को previous वाला ही नहीं आएगा, तो आप उसको नया कैसे सिखाओगे? तो school or even CBSE का भी, because we are following CBSE pattern, we have some guidelines कि yes, we can cut down some portion, तो at least बच्चा stress feel ना करे. दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि मुझे कुछ नहीं आ रहा, मुझे सेंटेंसेस लिखने नहीं आ रहे, आई डोंट नो हाउ टू राइट, हाउ टू रीड, क्योंकि बच्चों का रीडिंग बिल्कुल खत्म हो गया है, राइटिंग स्पीड बिल्कुल जीरो हो गया है, इवन दे कांट कॉपी फ्रॉम द बोर्ड, उनको टाइम लगता है, एंड वी हैव ओनली 35 to 40 मिनट वन पीरियड एंड देयर इज वास्ट पोर्शन. सो यस, तो ताकि टीचर्स को पोर्शन खत्म करने का प्रेशर ना आए, बच्चों को पोर्शन हम फटाफट लेके ना भागे, they have minimized some portion and let's work on basic. Let's give them some previous class worksheet. Saturday ये थोड़ा एक दो क्लासेस हमें एक्स्ट्रा लेनी पड़ती हैं to teach them some previous class syllabus, ताकि बच्चा मंडे से जब आए तो एटलीस्ट जो टॉपिक हम उनको पढ़ाने वाले हैं वो उस टॉपिक के लिए प्रिपेयर रहे. So same, this is the happening in my school. Maybe every school have and every board have different pattern, because I think your school is ICSE, so they have different study pattern, different teaching pattern. I'm in CBSE, so CBSE has reduced some portion from for 6 to 8 standard.
Very good. You know, the other thing that is parallel between running and teaching, and this is the non-development of social skills. Okay, that is very important, because people have to develop social skills and children have to know how to mingle with others. And you know, there's a very important aspect of training that happens when they come to the classroom. You know, they have to fight, they have to have enemies, they have to kick each other, they have to throw ink on each other. Sab karna hai, because that is part of growing up. You know, we may call it masti, but that is how you grow up as an individual. Now I'll tell you what is happening in running in terms of social skills. Okay, there's a drop in running, also social skills. The most important thing is that, अरे यार इसका नाम मेरे को याद नहीं आ रहा है, because from 2 years we have not met each other. फेसबुक में देखा है, बट फेसबुक में तो इतना छोटा दिखता है. Okay, इतना छोटा दिखता है, and suddenly this fellow comes in front of you and he knows you for some reason, and he says, "Hi Venkat, कैसा है?" And you, I mean, sometimes I think I'm getting old, but I'm sure it happens to all of you all. And I will allow all of you all to chip in now and narrate your own, "Oh my God, I forgot this guy's name" story. But you know, it was happening to me, you know. And we say this face is so familiar. Sometimes the guy has grown big, sometimes he has got a beard now, or sometimes he shaved his head. Sala dekha hai, but sala naam yaad nahi aata. You can't just place the name. So this lack of social skills is manifesting itself in running in this way because of this 2 years gap of not socializing. You know. So Lakshmi, how is this manifesting with the children in your classroom, or what has happened in those 2 years?
Yes, exactly. We can see the changes because they are coming after 2 years. So somewhere they are more possessive about their things. Okay, they don't want to mingle with friends. ये मेरा seat है, ये मेरा place है. I don't want to share my book. I don't want to share. Even you know their speech, they are very limited because see 2 years they didn't go outside. They didn't meet even the relative. They full time with the parents and mummy and papa. तो एक 4th 5th स्टैंडर्ड का बच्चे को भी होम एंजाइटी हो रहा है, वो मम्मी पापा से दूर आ रहा है, तो ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे नर्सरी जूनियर केजी का बच्चा होता है ना. ट्राइंग लाइक दैट, आई वांट टू गो माय मम्मा, आई वांट टू, अरे यू आर अ ग्रोइंग चाइल्ड, यू आर 5th स्टैंडर्ड, क्यों रोते हो, मुझे घर की याद आ रही है. दे आर लाइक दैट बिकॉज बच्चों का वो सोशल लेवल डेवलप ही नहीं हुआ है. स्टिल दे वांट टू सिट इन वन प्लेस, दे डोंट वांट टू गो आउटसाइड. उनको बाहर जाने में भी स्टिल दे फील सम एंजाइटी, मैं कैसे जाऊंगा. स्कूल का जो जिस स्कूल में वो नर्सरी से पढ़ते आ रहे, they don't know the route ki where is washroom and where I have to go wash my hand. Exactly. टीचर का नाम भूल गए हैं. They used to see online, but जब ऑफलाइन सामने आई, मैम आप तो अलग दिखते हो स्क्रीन से. आप तो स्क्रीन से अलग दिखते हो. तो yes, but slowly because they are child, they have good grasping power. बहुत जल्दी they are back on track. हम लोगों को टाइम लगता है because certain age में हमारा जो माइंड सेट है वो बहुत stubborn हो जाता है, but the kids are you know like a इससे इजी टाइम टू मोल्ड. तो बच्चे अभी धीरे धीरे ट्रैक पे आ रहे हैं, बट यस जो 2 साल में उनका थोड़ा सा गैप आया है, इट विल टेक टाइम, बट दे आर डूइंग एंड दे आर ग्रोइंग.
Shalini, what is your narrative on this drop in social skills, both running and in your classroom?
So my answer is totally opposite from hers. The reason is her kids are small and mine are big, and all of them are from Ghatkopar. Okay, so they used to meet each other, and now since they have come out of home, they want to talk more. So they in between also they have so many stories to talk to each other. So a toilet is a very happening thing for them. So they want to go out in every period. So it's totally opposite to what I was. I was really interested to listen to what she was saying. Yes. And sitting at one place is still a problem. Listening to a teacher, see earlier what they used to do, like you said, no sir, that if I call out a child's name, they'll say, sir, ma'am, bandwidth is low and I can't hear you, and all those answers they used to give, because these are all grown-up kids. They have all these reasons, but now they can't. They have to answer if I'm asking. I have to remind them, you are not in online class anymore. You need to answer. So, and getting out of the class every now and then, you really need to make them understand you are in 9 and 10, not at all in 6 and 7. So that change is big. And PT period. So they used to say in those 2 years, we never, you know, sir, the highlight of the day for these kids is PT period. Yes. So in the timetable, if they have a PT period, they want to attend it. They won't miss that day. And then they will say, see, we missed 2 years PT period, so please take us down. Whichever teacher they'll see. And I feel really good that they want to play out. They are out of their mobiles. Because those 2 years, see, giving them a mobile phone was very easy. Really, I'm telling you, these 2 years, giving them phone because yes, they have to attend a class, whatever it is. But now taking back that cell phone is becoming a problem. Asking them to go out and play it was very difficult. They were very happy in their own. This is how they were socializing, right? Only on through the phone, chatting and maybe Snapchat and all these apps is what they were more into. And very much now they've gone into these gamings. They really need to understand to cut down that time. Parents themselves, they come and say that cutting down the online time has become very problematic for them. So I really feel bad about this, that how to bring them out of the phone and in the real world is a big challenge. Seeing the kids running and playing, I really feel very good about it. Being a maths teacher where we always struggle for periods, I still tell them that once I'm done with my portion, I'll take you down. So these kind of small bonus, that gives them more happiness and they do it. This is how I deal with it.
Yeah. So very nice. You know that two different age groups. There are two different days. So you're dealing with more senior children, and probably the hormones that kicked in for them to socialize and all that kind of thing, which is very good to this. Coming into this digital tech, weaning away, that is another challenge. You know, for many of us, staying locked in to a virtual world on the screen has become a norm, and it is good. It is good in many ways. It does many good things. We could continue to do the work. For example, when lockdown was declared, we were all events, correct? It was a running engine, correct? You took and whatever events and races and registrations and all that was a running engine. The running engine did not stop because we had put everything on the cloud from the time we started. We just have to learn how to do Zoom, and people didn't have laptops. They use their house car desktop. Some ladies really manage well because they have their own children studying in the class, and all of us went through tough times. But weaning away from digital is a very big challenge. Okay, and in running, if we come to that, there are people who will continuously live only by the Garmin, and there's a school of thought that just throw your Garmin away, run by feel kind of thing. So how do you? What is your strategy? And you're in a more senior Shalini. How do you deal with this thing of winning away from a digital this and coming into what is known as IRL, that is in real life? That is a short form they use. But there's a debate there. They say that no, not in real life. It's the AFK, which is away from keyboard. Okay. So anyway, we'll not go into IRL versus the AFK argument. But how do you see weaning your own children away from digital?
That's what I was saying, sir. So now when they come to school, see earlier, they used to come to school and some of them, they go to classes. Now we know this classes is a very trending thing. So they used to come to school carrying their phones. See, phones are not allowed in school. So they used to submit it in the reception area. 3 or 4 or maximum 10 phones we used to get. But now you'll not believe, sir, we have big 2 to 3 boxes full of phones. It's like the moment they enter the school, by that time the phone is there in their hand. And when they leave the school, again they want the phone. That means only during the time when they are in school, the phone is not with them. And they really feel anxious at what happened in the other world, in that virtual world, that they are missing it out. So that kind of thing, I think, should stop. Otherwise, they'll still stay in that beautiful virtual world. See, yes, there are benefits that we didn't stop. Nothing stopped. We were teaching, and teachers learned how to log into online platform. And every teacher, I mean, see, I am a computer teacher, so it's not very easy. But other subject teachers also, they learned how to log into Zoom and start the PPT, share the detail, make the presentations, everything. So we all learned. Yes, there was a positive side. But then on the flip side, the kids, like I said earlier, taking away that phone from them has become a big problem. So writing exam, sitting and writing long papers like 2.5 and 3 hours and 2 hours paper, very difficult. When we supervise, sir, we see the change in them, that they initially they'll not write, and then they realize I don't have time, and then they start writing fast. The writing is not very good. Copying from the board, when I'm doing so many sums on the board and then they can't even copy it at that pace, that's what is kicking in them, that we need to get back and socialize real life, what is needed. Still, there are parents who are more into this WhatsApp groups and all. I find all this a problem for, I think, everywhere, not just in school, but since I'm in that zone, I find it not very helping us in any which way. So use technology only in wherever it is needed. After that, real world is needed. That real interaction, going out, meeting or playing and all these things. And we should stop using. So it's not only for the students, the meetings also used to happen online and like anytime. So it's like everybody is available 24/7, which is not true. See, I have my time schedule. My school gets over by 2:30. After that, I have my home stuff. In the evening, I take workout. So I just can't be present for the school 24/7. So this mentality of having meetings any time of the day.
Yes, parents having that expectation. Yes, when they put some message immediately,
we should answer.
I'm not supposed to do even after my school hours.
Yes. No, so we shouldn't. I have stopped. Schools, mail, schools, WhatsApp, all that should stop at one time. So I don't check that at all. You need to draw a line that now it's over. The moment we understand how to split our time, I think things will be sorted faster. If we are still glued to your WhatsApp for checking, acha, ye karna, I think we'll never stop. We'll never be able to get over it. So draw a line. People will think that, why, how can she say this? But I think once that is needed, you need to draw a line and say that I can't be 24/7 available only for this work. I have a different life also. So I had to do that, and that's how I managed.
I think, after pandemic, teachers are available offline as well, online also. Okay, if the raining is too much raining, kids will be at home. Okay, teacher can take the classes from online. 3 दिन कंटिन्यू बारिश हुआ, बच्चा स्कूल नहीं आया, अपने घर पे, but we need to take class from online. Yes, still we used to do. Okay, PTM, most of the parents, they can't come. Okay, let's organize as an online. So now we are working still offline as well online.
No, we have stopped it. We have totally stopped that.
Yes,
that discipline has to be there. That we need to cut that off. Otherwise, it will never stop.
We are taking extra classes. We are not calling kids, but we are teaching them Saturday online. Yes.
Okay.
Lakshmi, how do you wean away your children from, being digitally too engrossed? And I would like to add here, it's a very fine balance. You need to know how to use technology, because if you don't know how to use technology, you cannot be like the doctor who prescribes castor oil for everything, kind of situation. So you need to be with the times, and you need to know how to use technology. You can't say, oh, it's a remote, I don't know how to operate a remote in front of it, kind of thing, you need to know. But at the same time, you cannot allow technology to use you.
Right.
So how do you draw the difference between you using technology and technology using you for your kids?
Yes, definitely. I think pandemic में बच्चे हमसे ज़्यादा smart हो गए हैं.
हाँ.
They are more using technology. मुझे शायद Zoom use करना नहीं आता था. मुझे MS Team use करना नहीं था. But my younger one, he taught me how to do. तो वही है कि अभी भी उसने ही मुझे ये पूरा सेटअप रेडी करके दिया है. Because समवेयर मुझे याद ही नहीं था कि कैसे Zoom पे use करें. Because we used to take classes on MS Team. तो उसने मुझे सब सेटअप करके दिया है. But yes, we have to decide all time giving them phone, टीवी, तो उससे बच्चों का जो एक आउटिंग है समवेयर वो मिस हो जाता है. सी अगर वो फोन पकड़ के बैठा रहेगा तो बच्चा बाहर खेलने कब जाएगा. और ओवरऑल अगेन सिर्फ बच्चा बैठ के टीवी देखेगा तो खाएगा. जब खाएगा तो फिर ओवरऑल उसकी हेल्थ पे इफेक्ट आएगा. तो इट्स ऑल अबाउट चेन. सो यस, वी हैव टू ब्रेक द चेन. स्कूल से आता है कुछ खाने को तो लेट देम गो आउट, लेट देम प्ले आउट. बच्चों को फिजिकल स्ट्रेंथ देना, फिजिकल कुछ वर्कआउट देना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. जो अभी शायद I can see बहुत सारे बच्चे 2 साल बाद आए सब. पर उनको अपॉर्चुनिटी भी नहीं किया बाहर जाने का. सर घर पे मम्मी अच्छा बना रही है, खिला रही है. मम्मियां तो डाइटिंग पे है. They all, I can see them very lean, but बच्चा एकदम healthy. तो यही हो रहा है कि yes, we have to cut down that screen time, even for the TV, even for the mobile. Let them go out. मैं तो immediately अपने बच्चे से फोन छीनती हूँ. मम्मा, I'm going for a run. You just go and play badminton, you just go and play, do the cycling within the society. तो हमारी सोसाइटी ही जो है वो 600 मीटर की है. तो इसलिए पैंडेमिक में मेरा रनिंग इफेक्ट नहीं हुआ. Even I have improved a lot because 2 years I got a chance to train myself within my society. आधा किलोमीटर में के अगर आपने लूप लगा लिए 10-20 तो हो गया ना. एक स्टेडियम का रन जैसा एक फील आ गया आपको. तो सेम विद किड्स ऑल्सो. बच्चों को भी हमने नहीं रोका. ओके, डू स्टेयर वर्कआउट. स्कूल से आते हो, दूध पियो और खेलने जाओ. एटलीस्ट 1.5 hour you need to play every day.
Very good. Excellent. That's a very nice.
Yes.
I mean, providing alternatives that are equally attractive.
Yes,
so
yes.
They give away.
कुछ physical workout देना, physical उनको activity देना, that is very important. They are kids. We need to channelize their energy. Otherwise बच्चा सिर्फ स्कूल में भी बैठा ही रहता है. Continue back to back period होते हैं. हफ्ते में 1 या 2 उनका PT पीरियड होता है. उसमें बच्चा कितना खेलेगा. So being a parent, we need to provide them opportunity, give them some hobby classes, send them for cycling, running, or some karate, skating. In the society, बच्चों को खेलने भेजना है. It's help them to develop their social skills. They will come to know how to mingle the parents, how to cope up with the friends, how to share the things. जो हम लोग अकेले जो पेरेंटिंग में उनको नहीं सिखा सकते. They are going to learn in the group only. इसलिए हमें बच्चों को खेलने के लिए भेजना बहुत जरूरी है.
The school of life.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. We talked about this a little bit before, but I'll tell you that I've been a pacer and I used to pace a lot of running events in the past. But once I started organizing them, my running has also come down. So as a pacer, I used to finish a bus. I used to take the 3-hour bus. I call it the KG class of running, the 3-hour half marathon bus. So a lot of people used to run, and Shilpa who's here, met me when she became part of my bus, in one of the, editions of Mumbai Marathon. So after you finish, there are people who come and tell you, thank you, madam, very nice, all that will happen. And then you all disperse. But that is satisfying, that gratitude is very satisfying. But what is more satisfying is that after a few years have gone by, he was in a 3-year bus, he or she was in a 3-hour bus, and now they've gone into 2:30, now they've gone into 2:15, they've improved their timings, they've gone ahead of you. You cannot run, I cannot run at 2:15 today, kind of thing, half marathon time. But they've gone ahead of you. Some of them have become very good runners, some have gone into whatever, aspects of life that running took them to. But very many of them still remember, still come back and tell us, sir, आपके साथ चालू किया था, आपका दुआ है मेरा ऊपर, kind of thing. It happens, somewhere or the other, and you don't know who is, because like a school teacher, you have got so many classes going under you. You cannot remember everybody after 5 years or 7 years. You may not even remember that this guy was my student, but they will remember that this is my teacher. Correct, kind of thing. So what has been your Lakshmi moment of gratitude from one of your ex-students that made you feel very satisfied? That I'm doing something good in life.
Yeah, actually,
Ah,
I think I'm very good in counseling,
ah,
especially for the children,
hmm,
especially for the parents also. See, because now the scenario is totally changed, Sarji. The parents are, more possessive about the
ah,
kid. उनके
ah,
बच्चे को कुछ हो जाए, कुछ वो सेंसिटिव हो जाए, कुछ हो जाए तो बच्चे से ज्यादा पेरेंट को डिप्रेशन आने लगता है. So yes, to counsel the parent, it's a really difficult task. So there is one. I don't want to tell the name of child because क्योंकि वो रहता है. तो पेरेंट्स ने फोन किया मुझे जस्ट कि मैम ऐसे ऐसे बच्चा है, इज नॉट एबल टू कॉप अप एंड ही इज क्राइंग अ लॉट, और वो बच्चा बहुत बीमार है टेंशन से, एंड ही जस्ट वांट टू टॉक टू यू कि मुझे लक्ष्मी मैम से एक बार बात करा दो, बच्चा हॉस्पिटल में है. बच्चा हॉस्पिटल में है और वो उसको लक्ष्मी मैम से बात करनी है. हाँ, उसके फादर मुझे फोन किया, जबकि फादर लोग नॉर्मली मदर से इंटरेक्ट करती हैं, तो बट फादर ने फोन किया. मैंने कहा ठीक है सर, आप बात कराइए. बच्चे ने बात किया कि मैम मैं आपको मिस कर रहा हूँ, मुझे स्कूल आना है, मुझे आपसे पढ़ना है, मुझे आपसे सीखना है, और मुझे यहाँ पे बिल्कुल अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है. मैंने देन सी बीइंग अ टीचर, बीइंग अ मदर, आई कैन फील इट थिंक कि हाँ, अगर मेरा बच्चा उस जगह पे होता तो एक वो इमोशंस भी आता है, और प्लस बच्चे को आप जानते भी हो कि वो बच्चा आपसे बहुत कनेक्ट है. यही है कि फिर इस बच्चे को थोड़ा समझाया, प्यार से बात की, जितना हम अच्छा बोल सकते हैं वो किया. तो यस, बच्चा एक हफ्ते के बाद वापस स्कूल आया, देन आते ही मुझको हग किया. तो यस, सी बिकॉज व्हेन यू आर टीचिंग स्मॉल चिल्ड्रन ना, दैट हग, कडल, आपको प्यार करना, बात करना, रिस्पेक्ट करना, दिस इज ऑलवेज देयर. दैट इज आई थिंक शायद सीनियर क्लासेस में नहीं होता. सीनियर क्लासेस में बच्चे सर दे आर वेरी प्रोफेशनल, टीचर्स का मजाक बनाएंगे, हंसी बनाएंगे. बट व्हेन यू टीचिंग स्मॉल क्लासेस ना, दे आर टोटली प्योर सोल. उनको बस टीचर दिखना नहीं चाहिए, दे वांट ओनली टीचर. टीचर ने जो बोला वो पत्थर की लकीर है, बाकी नहीं मम्मी की सुननी है ना पापा की सुननी है. तो दैट appreciation, that true love, or that genuine love na, which I am getting from my kids, that is I think big milestone for me, and that's why I like this profession. That's why I don't want to go higher classes, because छोटे बच्चों को पढ़ाना एक यार मतलब.
Agreed.
I think this is maybe I'm not enjoying management talks, जो स्कूल की जो अथॉरिटी की ये सब काम है मुझे नहीं अच्छा लगता. बट जब वो क्लासरूम टीचिंग आती है ना, when I'm interacting my child, this is the best thing I feel. And still they are in senior classes, they used to come to meet me, and but being a teacher, I think this is the achievement. The love and affection I'm getting from those kids, that will be big asset for me.
Very good. Shalini, what is your moment of gratitude?
Okay, so there were quite a lot. So, but the best part, I'll tell you, see, I do keep getting this that, ma'am, I've started learning this because you started teaching me. My best gift is my daughter.
Wow, okay.
Really, I tell you, sir, because I've never sent her for tuition. So when she reached 8th standard, I became her maths teacher. So I started teaching her maths and computers from 8, 9, 10. So you'll not believe me, in 11th standard, she scored very good marks in 10th. In boards also, she scored amazing marks. And she got prize also for getting 100 on 100 in computers. The best gift I got was that, Mama, because you taught me maths, I started learning maths and I started liking it. And she took maths in 11th standard also, which she used to hate maths like anything till 7th. So maths paper means we both will fight, because I'm a maths teacher. I will teach her in some other way and her teacher has taught. So that fight used to stop when I became her teacher. So it's like me teaching in school, me teaching at home, done. And maybe that was a boon that she never enjoyed tuitions. She had enough time to be with me, and that extra time we had. So really, I tell you, sir, that happiness that I got when she said that. Normally, kids, they say, Mama, to aise hi hai. Appreciation comes very late. But this appreciation of hers, it really touched my heart. Felt very good that, yes, if I can change my daughter's perspective, I think the ones who come back to me and say, maybe I must have done something for them. So that was the best. Because today also I have so many students who become engineers, and then they still text and they say they come back and come to meet us in school and they say, ma'am, because you taught us computers, I have taken up engineering and I have started my own startup, all these things, not just teaching, sir. Some of them, they have started becoming runners. They've started taking fitness very seriously. I really feel that, yes, something I have done in my life. It's not a
Fantastic.
waste.
Super, super, super. But we come into the last kind of segment, the last this. The 500K step challenge is designed to make people walk. We felt that everything is going virtual, and the on-ground events don't happen. And when you can do something virtually, then why you should not, make people walk? Because not everybody likes to run, but everybody agrees कि हाँ चलना तो चाहिए. That nobody says नहीं चलना चाहिए unless he's got a fracture or something. So that was the thing. So when we looked at, what is it that makes people run 42 kilometers? We saw that it was a Greek story of Philippines who ran from Athens to Marathon and, conveyed the news of the war and all that kind of things. So, 2000, 3000 years back ka story ko leke, today people are running on the ceiling in Bombay, in hot, humid weather. Anyway, so that's a different thing. But we felt that when it comes to walking, what is the inspirational story that we can this? And we all found that it was Mahatma Gandhi. So everybody we asked, they said, "No, Mahatma Gandhi, usne chala tha. Dandi Salt March." They just remember Dandi Salt March and walking, correct? So we went and we looked at Dandi Salt March, and we found that Mahatma Gandhi was 61 years of age. Okay, and in 1930, March 12th, he started walking from Sabarmati to Dandi, 410 kilometers. He started on March 12th, came on April 5th. In 25 days, out of his 3 days, he didn't walk because he was in Surat, Bharuch, and Ankleshwar, where he had meetings. And on the 22 days that was there, he walked 410 kilometers, which is about 18 to 20 kilometers a day. And if you put it at an average, he walked about 5 lakh steps. Okay, so the 5 lakh steps challenge is a initiative to make people become healthy. And after the pandemic, it is very much important. Like you're trying to wean your kids away from the screens and trying to make people come into real life. We thought that people should start walking, and anybody can walk anywhere. You don't have to make it like a walkathon event. And then it's a force, and it starts from August 15th and ends in January 26th. So over a period of time, people can develop that as a habit. And once it becomes a habit, then then some of them will start running, and even if they don't start running, we are okay with that. If they stick to walking, also we are fine. If they walk for half an hour, 45 minutes a day. So that is the intention of the thing, to make fitness a part of their life. Now, from your perspective, this, and I'll ask Lakshmi first, is that you are a teacher and you're a runner. How much of that fitness have you been able to translate to your colleagues, to your children? I mean, Shalini did say some of her children have taken up athletics, but how much of that has translated into you making your environment around you fitter?
Yes. See, when we're sitting in staff room now, normally the females and most of the people, if the person is looking slim, fit, पतला दिख रहा है तो मतलब वो फिट है, मतलब उसको वॉक कर या वर्कआउट करने की, चाहे उसको रन करने की या फिर उसको डाइट कंट्रोल करने की जरूरत नहीं है. इट्स अ जनरल मैथ. आई थिंक फिटनेस एंड दैट योर बॉडी वेट इज अ टोटली डिफरेंट कॉन्सेप्शन. कोई इंसान अगर हेल्थी भी है वो फिट हो सकता है, कोई इंसान पतला है तो वो भी अनफिट होता भी है. डिफरेंट दैट मेडिकल हिस्ट्री एंड एवरीथिंग. तो यस, माय टीचर्स कीप कमिंग आस्क मी हाउ यू गेटिंग एनर्जी. हम तो जाके एकदम मर जाते हैं, लिटरली यार सेइंग, हम तो घर जाके एकदम मर जाते हैं, जान ही नहीं बसती यार उठने की भी चलने की भी. बट हाउ यू आर डूइंग? तो मैं जस्ट फॉलो योर पैशन. ओके, जस्ट ट्राई टू मेक द हैबिट कि आपको टाइम है नहीं है, आपको अपनी हेल्थ के लिए आपको 45 मिनट निकालना ही है. नो मैटर तुम कितनी बिजी हो, तुम्हें खाना बनाना है, बच्चे संभालने हैं, और मे बी बला बला वर्क यू हैव, 45 मिनट morning, evening, whenever you are getting time, just try to find the time. It's not compulsory सबको रनर बनना है. Start with walk. आप 45 days, 45 minute, 3 weeks आप करोगे तो it will becomes your habit. किसी भी चीज को हमारी बॉडी अडॉप्ट करने के लिए somewhere it's take 3 weeks. तो आप 3 week वॉक करो, अपने आप आपको वो वॉक की हैबिट बन जाएगी, आपको हैबिट पड़ जाएगी. If you are not going out, तो you feel anxiety, oh यार I have to go out, I have to walk, कैसे भी, चाहे बारिश आए, चाहे मैं अम्ब्रेला लेके करूं, you can't give the excuse कि बारिश हो रही थी इसलिए वॉक करने नहीं गई. तो yes, just try to make it habit. जब हैबिट बन जाएगी no one can stop you. चाहे वो बारिश हो, आंधी हो, तूफान हो, तुम कोई एक्सक्यूज नहीं दोगी कि हाँ लक्ष्मी बारिश हो रही थी, मैं इसलिए बाहर नहीं गई, अरे यार बहुत गर्मी थी, टू मच ह्यूमिड, वी कांट गो आउटसाइड, इतनी गर्मी में तो एसी से बाहर निकलने का मन नहीं करता. नो, यू नीड टू फाइंड योरसेल्फ, यू नीड टू फाइंड टाइम योरसेल्फ. जो भी है अपना शेड्यूल निकालो, एंड यस, चैलेंज योरसेल्फ कि no matter whatever difficult schedule I have to find time 45 minutes at least for myself. That's it.
Correct. I agree with you. And yes, and it's everybody's drive that they should find time. Even there were 250 of us today morning met and ran, and there were so many who were running who were not part of the MRR, monthly run, training run. But yeah, people have to make a choice, and everybody has a choice to sleep in the bed or to get out and go and start running. And Shalini, what is your way in which you have been able to put more fitness into your environment?
Okay. First is I train my complex ladies from last 4 years. This is my 4th year going on. 5th year going on actually. And I started with 3 to 4 friends of mine. And now I have around 25-30 females who train with me. And thanks to pandemic, I train online also. My niece, she's in USA. She also used to train with me online. I think somebody's voice I can hear. Okay. So I do train a lot of ladies here, and it's become a habit. So if I have some work, or if something is there and I'm not taking a class, they just don't like it. They tell me that, Shalini, don't run in the rain. You shouldn't fall sick because you want to miss the class. So my school teachers, we have 6 floors. So what I do is I hardly take the lift. And earlier it was only me who used to do this. But now I see quite a lot of teachers who actually climb the stairs, not wait for the lift. I tell the same thing to my students. They used to find excuses to use the lift. I said, if I'm asking you to use steps, I'm myself doing it. I might be older than your mothers, but still I'm trying. If I'm saying it, I am doing it. So like I said, my students, my people around me, the ladies around me here, and my daughter, everybody is into fitness, and I feel very good about it. That they should find time. Instead of saying find time, make time for yourself, and they are doing it. And I'm seeing the change in the area around me here. In my complex, there people know who I am. I may not know them, but they know me who I am. And they do come. And the a wrong concept they have is that if you don't charge, it is of no use. Initially, they used to think that because somehow money should not be everything. So now they have understood that they should take 1 hour time for themselves. It could be anything. Eat healthy, eat clean, and at least do something for yourself. Go for swim or walk or whatever you like. Just try something that makes you happy. I think I am trying. So yes, there is in my locality as well as in my school. So people do look into a very different perspective of you, that you are not just
fantastic. Yeah, I'm very happy that you are able to have this. Same thing, I have my own training group called Zippers Club, which is all heart patients, and people like my oldest trainee is now about 83 years of age. Wow. And he runs 10Ks, and so that's the group, and that's something that I'm very happy to do. And they wish me well. So because they know, sir, आप नहीं रहेंगे तो हमारा health क्या होएगा? हम लोग कोई नहीं उठ के आएंगे.
Very good. Kind of thing, finding excuse is very easy. So, correct. No, see, I heard somewhere that some lady saying that because I have kids, how do I work? Okay, how do I go and do workout? I have females in my group who get their kids, they make them play in front of us. There is a play area so that they work out with me. So because they have kids, they are working out. So don't use that as excuse that I have kids, how do I work out? Say, because I have kids, I should work out.
Correct. Exactly. I agree with you. I completely agree. So it's been a very nice evening, and I'll throw the floor open. I don't know if anybody wants to ask any question. Kranti has been commenting, and Soumya says she trains all of us and the workouts are amazing. It's all free of cost. Yeah, I also, but I'm not saying that this should be free of cost, but I also do the Zippers Club. I don't take any money. Even though I got US certifications in training and our country's first level 2 running coach and all that kind of thing. But that is for my own intellectual curiosity, not to take that education and make it into money making kind of thing. So I did it, and I want people to know that after heart disease you don't have to live like a vegetable, and you can be healthy and fit. And heart disease need not be seen as something like a spoiled vegetable, Nutella cup kind of thing. They can be. So that's why I do it, and I'm very happy. And thank you, Somya, for pointing this out, that Shalini doesn't take money and does it pro bono, for those who know the phrase, okay, kind of thing. So before we end the session, Kranti, anybody who wants to join in can unmute, and you all can ask questions or share your own thoughts. Meanwhile, on the chat window, there's a this for you, Lakshmi, Pratnya Kamble. She writes, yes, whenever I call Lakshmi, she doesn't receive my call, but that's completely fine. Happy to see her following her passion.
Okay.
Okay, so that is this. There is another message from
Actually,
Amit Yadav.
School hours, we are not supposed to take our call. Somewhere Shali can understand. We need to, put our mobile in the staff room. We are not supposed to carry even. So yes, so there is a restriction during the school hours. I can't take call during my run. I'm not taking my phone. So that's why.
Firstly, thank you, Venkat sir, for inviting these two amazing ladies. I just knew them as runners, but unka dusra, what their life is, apart from running, I got to see very inspirational journey. And thank you so much. I love to, I was here watching, watching and listening to you. Shalini and Lakshmi, both of you are amazing.
Thank you, ma'am.
And you're molding, so the next generation towards a very positive way. So that's really respectable.
Thank you.
And congratulations and all the best.
Auntie, I would like to see you. Why I can't?
I'm in the kitchen and with a big avatar, so that's why.
You are our inspiration, Gandhi. A big inspiration to us.
Each one inspires others, actually.
Very true. Instead of pulling down,
Shilpa, you want to add something? Shilpa, you want to add something?
I knew Shalini and Lakshmi both as teachers, but to an extent, to understand what the teacher does, that's amazing and eye opener. Basically, very, very touched that you are touching and changing so many lives in a positive manner. And especially that these children are our future, So that really, really very, very inspiring, and really, really overwhelmed sort of key, that not just you are teaching them good values, like when Lakshmi told me that she's taking this another subject called life skills, which is again how great is that? So yeah, seriously, it's amazing.
Thank you, Shilpa. Thank you. If there's nobody else, then I will start summarizing and saying the final goodbyes. So, is there anybody else who wants? You can just unmute and voice your opinions. Sanjana says, my daughter from US joined Shalini's fitness training. Very nice, excellent. That's very nice to know that, and thank you, Shalini.
Yes, sir. I would like to add one sentence here.
Sure.
Shalini inspires us in the family to, do something for ourselves, for our fitness. That's the inspiration we get from her.
Thank you.
Yeah. So thank you. On the chat window, we have Amit Yadav, who says, how do you both manage to keep your energy levels so high during the day? Supplements or mental strength?
Actually, mental strength, no supplement at all.
Today morning there was this fashion up, so that is why I think is influenced by that question. Which sponsors the run? Yeah, I agree with you. Mental strength is what really pulls you through. those supplements can play a very small role, but they cannot make up for lack of nutrition. Definitely. Lakshmi, what about you? What is your answer to Amitya? Supplements or mental strength?
Yeah, definitely mental strength is first, but the yes, supplement the part of it, because when you train hard, you need some protein intake. Because I'm a vegetarian, so definitely I have some plant protein. Because being a female, yes, some bone density is issue, because when you crossing 40, so you need to take some calcium dose also. So that is a small part, but of course that mental strength is more important. Just uh, स्कूल से आके सब काम करने के बाद अपने आप को चार्ज अप करना, यस आई हैव टू ready and go outside and need to run, आज 10 किलोमीटर करना है, आज ये स्पीड में करना है, आज ये करना है, उसके लिए एक मेंटल स्ट्रेंथ होना बहुत जरूरी है. तो ये सप्लीमेंट इज अ वेरी स्मॉल पार्ट, ओवरऑल इज मेंटल स्ट्रेंथ.
There is a question from Rohit Margande, and Rohit is asking this question that do we have to do any checkups before doing 10 and 21? And this question, falls under the aspect of physical education called risk stratification. Okay, so I will not go into that because it's a very long thing. But since Rohit is on the line and it will always help other people to benefit, is that first you need to do profile the athlete, the person who want to start training. Okay, so the obvious things are family history, find out if he has diabetes, cardiac disease, blood pressure, etc. Find out if they have got injuries, what has been their past track record of hospitalization. Find out if they've already taken some blood test and there is some evidence of their body not working correctly in terms of sugar and all. That is very common, kind of thing. Find out what their food habits are, what their sleep habits are. So that is you assess the. Then after that, depending upon the answers that he has given, there is a risk score that is created. One is the lifestyle, and the second is what is the disease profile of that person. What is the risk score? So again, smoker, non-smoker, overweight, BMI, gender, age, all these matters, and then you come to a risk score. And if you are risky, and if you think that you have to be risk, then the science says that you must go for. So you fall into three buckets. One is green, which means that you don't have to bother about anything. The second is yellow, which means that you should be cautious, but you should not like go full out kind of thing. And the third is red, which means that talk to a doctor or do something medical before you come back to me and start running. So that, Rohit, is the answer, and it is very difficult to put that on a text box, but I'm always happy to connect offline and run you through, because it will depend upon the individual circumstances of your own case. I hope that answer met it. It's a little bit off topic for today, but this is something that I always like to answer, because when people want to take up running or walking and they have concerns, then you must address their concerns at the earliest point of time, so that they don't stop in their journey, or they don't stop in what is known as conception stage, when they're conceived that they want to run and now they cannot walk. Okay. So yeah, he's asking me to you can just connect to me on this platform and just text, and I will respond back to you. Amit has a follow-up contribution. Monica and I always take time out in the evening for our walks. She's also a teacher. Oh, I didn't know that. And efficiently manages household chores simultaneously. Recently, she has started preparing dinner first, and then we proceed for our walks. It is working better. So his thing is to prepare the dinner and then go for the walk and then come back and have dinner, which is a very good idea. Padmaja says best wishes to you. Rohit, yeah, you can contact me separately and I will run through the entire thing for you, depending upon the specific this of your case. So thank you everybody. Thank you very much, and I especially thank Lakshmi and Shalini for taking time out from their already busy schedule, which they made abundantly clear is extremely packed, and taking time out for 1 hour on a Sunday evening away from family time, and contributing in some way or the other to making people around them fitter, not only in social skills, not only in educational skills, not only in life skills, but also in terms of training and health and fitness. So thank you very much, and have a nice evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Shilpa.
Shalini also has a paper.